So if you have a BX style tractor with those smaller low profile tires on the front and you work the tractor, you've probably had issues, and I'm having issues right now. It's my own fault though. I got the tractor up against some rocks and I did a little bit of sidewall damage. Check this out. You can see right there, I put one tube in this around Christmas time. It lasted about 6 months. It went flat on me again. The guys tried to do like a patch on the inside first, or whatever kind of a product that is that's kind of hanging out the side there. I have no idea. I'm not a tire guy. Whenever I need a tube, I take it in and I get it done, because I find that job is just horrible, putting tubes in things. So after it went flat the second time, I decided I would buy myself a new tire. So I went to Kubota. All they had was a tire for the right hand side already mounted on a rim, and that was $105. And I asked them what the price would be for just the straight tire, and he said, I don't have any in stock, but it's $163, which makes absolutely no sense. So I bought the tire for the right hand side of the tractor and I mounted it temporarily, and then I found out that it was defective. Let's go look at it. Alright, so we're in my little storage shed here, and I've just put some down pressure on my on the front end loader in order to lift the front axle off of the ground. I've got this new tire removed. I think I said outside this tire is actually meant to be mounted on the right hand side of the tractor, but the issue I'm having is with a flat tire on the left hand side of the tractor. This was all that Kubota had available. This was the only tire they had, so I bought it. And you can see here, I hope you can see anyway, see these bulges? There's a bulge here, there's a bulge there. I don't know if these bulges are a result of thin rubber during the manufacturing process and causing it to push up like that, or if there's a pinhole leak inside that only is coming through one layer of rubber and is then pushing up because it's not thick enough here. I'm not sure, but at any rate, it's kind of too close to the tread wearing surface, and I know that I'm going to get a stick or a stone in here and I will be right back to having a flat tire in no time at all. So they're going to replace this tire for me under warranty. The question I have to ask myself, and the decision that I need to make now, is do I have them replace this under warranty and then pay somebody to turn the tire around on the rim so that I can mount it here, or do I just have this tire replaced under warranty to keep as a spare for the other side of the tractor and buy a whole brand new tire and rim assembly for this side? To be honest with you, I'm leaning towards making that decision. I just think that's smarter. I don't really want to break the bead between the tire and the rim on this, so, you know, scratch the rim up and then find out I have problems with it later on down the road. And honestly, for $100 for a tire and rim, you can't really go wrong. So yeah, I'll take this out and throw it in the car, and we'll bring that other one back in and just reinstall it just temporarily so that this doesn't drop and contact the ground. It'll be a couple of days before I get back to this. Oh, here's that old one that was at the start of the video a couple minutes ago. Let's just throw this thing back on for the time being. These low profile tires, you know, nothing but grief for the people that are doing anything with these tractors beyond mowing beautiful grass. Of course, I could check my tire pressure more often, but I don't have time for that. And it seems like they go flat so quick because they have hardly any air in them at all. One day they're perfectly fine, next day they're flat, and then you roll around on them, you know, half a dozen revolutions, and then the sidewalls are wrecked. But my fault. It is what it is. Wheel bolts, like Volkswagens, kind of a pain. I'm a fan of the wheel studs, so you can hang the tire up there. I'm not even going to put all 4 of them in because this tractor's not going anywhere. Snug them up a little bit. When I put the proper tire back on, I'll do it with a torque wrench. This is ridiculous, using a wrench, but it's what I have in this building right now. Alright, so The next part of this video will be me putting new front tires on this tractor, I hope. Alright guys, it's the same video, but welcome back anyway. I just returned from Kubota. I was able to get that tire replaced under warranty, but silly me, I figured if they were going to bring in some spare BX tires, they would have brought in a few left tires, a few right tires, because as I just said, I was hoping to purchase the other side and just replace them both at the same time. They didn't do that. They brought in a single tire that should be for the right hand side of the tractor to replace the defective tire under warranty. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to install that brand new tire where it's supposed to be on the tractor, on the right hand side of the tractor. I'll take the good tire from the right hand side of the tractor that's used and I'll put it on the left hand side of the tractor. It'll be backwards on the left hand side, but that's okay. It's not a high speed machine. This tractor's not sending anybody into space. It's not rocket science. And I'm not worried about any reduction in traction on that side or any adverse effects to the four-wheel drive system or anything like that. So we'll get the front of this tractor up into the air the same way as before with the loader, and we'll start switching some stuff around. Well, that certainly worked better with that 4x4 turned the other way, didn't it? I've seen the YouTube safety police around here, so I'm going to fire a couple of these under that front axle just to make sure nothing happens. Okay, maybe not the front axle, maybe underneath the lower front end loader mount here. There's a nice reinforced piece of steel under there. Perfect spot for those. All right. Fire up the air compressor. Never hurts to put in a few drops of air tool oil every once in a while. Let's get that tire off the other side too. Should have safety glasses on. Safety third. All right, let's take the tire off the right-hand side of the tractor, put it on the left-hand side of the tractor. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna put a tire on a tractor and the tread's the wrong way, you may as well do it with the used tire, which was my my thought process behind making this decision. If I'm gonna put a brand new tire on a tractor, I want it installed in the right place. Just gonna put these on hand tight for now. I don't dare do these up with the impact gun. I don't know how these hubs would like that. All right, I'll get the new tire. We'll throw it on the other side. All right, so that's how your tire will come, I guess, nice and plastic wrapped to increase traction. No, we'll pull that plastic off after it's installed. So yeah, I was a little bit surprised when Kubota told me that they had only ordered in the tire to replace my defective one under warranty. I figured this would be something they would have in stock. So when I went to Kubota and asked to get the other side, they said, well, we don't have one. And I was just like, okay, forget it. Don't worry about it for now, because I got thinking about it. And that's when I decided I wanted to put the new one on the right-hand side of the tractor, and we'll move the right-hand tire that I removed onto the left-hand side, and that'll get me by. Wasn't a completely disappointing experience at Kubota though. The dealer that I dealt with called me and said, you and Julie should swing by the dealership. I have something for you. This is the guy that I dealt with when I bought the mini excavator a couple months ago. I can link to that video too if you want to see the first video I made on that. He ordered in some Kubota jackets for us, which was kind of cool. They're like a spring, fall type of jacket, full zip with Kubota on it and that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll show those to you in one of the next videos. So let's get this sucker installed. So awkward. One, two, three, there. Wheel studs are a lot more convenient for installing and removing tires. Where I don't like wheel studs is when you're doing a brake job and the rotor is seized on there and you need to beat it with a sledgehammer. It's nice to have the wheel bolts because you can get all of the threads completely out of the picture and you can just beat the heck out of it with a sledgehammer to get that rotor off. Just ask my brother-in-law. He just did a brake job. All right. I wonder what these are supposed to be torqued to. I'm sure there's an actual value. It's just not important to me. I'm just going to make sure they're tight. Look at that. New boots! New boota. Singular. I will try to pick up another one of these days, but for now, this will get us going. Let me get a ratchet. I'll just get them snugged up and then we'll lower the tractor. We'll tighten them up a little more. I probably will use a torque wrench just for the sake of having them the same. I'm not concerned about how tight they are. I'm more concerned with the fact that they are equally tight all the way around. We'll get the axle stands out of here so the safety police can move on to somebody else. So, whenever I do tire changes on my vehicles, I just do everything to 100 foot-pounds. 100, 100, 100. I've never had a problem. The aluminum rims on one of my old Dodge Caravans that I used to drive would give me nothing but problems. I had them torqued down to the factory specifications. They would come loose all the time. 100. Never had a problem. I'm not going to do these to 100 though. I like that actually. You have a heck of a moment arm there. So you can provide a lot of power onto this torque wrench with that kind of length. I will check them after putting some hours on the tractor. Let's do this side. All right, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. Take that torque wrench back down to 0. Put my tools away so Julie doesn't yell at me. All right, well, I have the airline out. I may as well see what kind of PSI we have in this tire. It's rated for 150 kPa or 22 PSI. It's got over 25 PSI in it. That's the way it came from them. That's good enough for me. So we'll keep an eye on that, I guess. Over the next, whatever, 5 or 10 hours, we'll make sure that these continue to stay tight. But for now, that's going to be it for this video, I guess, guys. Let me know if you've had any issues with your low-profile tires on the front of your Kubota BX, because I know I've read a lot on the forums, and I'm not the only one. I'm probably not the only goof that smashed this up against a rock, too, and cut the sidewall. And I probably won't be the last. So, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe for more, and you can totally watch me fix things without actually fixing them, because now I have a tire that's going to give me great traction in reverse. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.